Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. I've never loved Anthony. I can't say that. I loved Anthony Richardson coming out of college. Okay, I can't lie, I did. The highlight reel, the athleticism, I mean, just the videos coming out when he was coming in the draft of him playing basketball and him just dunking the basketball, his college tape at Florida with all the runs and stuff, the arm and the combine. It was hard to not get bamboozled and hoodwinked by the stuff that Anthony Richardson was doing coming out of the draft. But ladies and gentlemen, we all can realize that it has not worked out in Indianapolis. And there has been reports. There is reports right now that Daniel Jones Daniel Jones was acquired in the offseason. We all know last year Daniel Jones was released by the Giants. He got picked up. I don't even think, did he go on waivers or not? Or was he a free agent? I can't even remember. He was claimed by waivers. But he was claimed by waivers or signed as a free agent by the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings didn't keep him. They let him be a free agent, and he signed with the Colts in the offseason. And he is already, in a lot of people's eyes, considered to be in the lead right now for the QB1 role. And it is absolutely insanity to me. And I'm going to get on, like I said, I'm going to rant about it, and we're going to get to it in a minute. But let me read the article. From Bleacher Report, the headline is, Daniel Jones reportedly has significant lead over Anthony Richardson for the Colts QB1 job. Daniel Jones could be under center for the Indianapolis Colts in the 2025 NFL season. James Boyd of The Athletic reported that the former Giants quarterback has built a significant lead over the third-year quarterback Anthony Richardson after the team's spring workouts. And I quote, Daniel Jones is QB1 for now. The Colts signed ex-Giants Vikings quarterback in free agency to challenge Anthony Richardson for the QB1 title in Indy. And Jones has already taken a significant lead in what was supposed to be a wide-open quarterback competition. Richardson aggravated a shoulder injury last month, with Boyd reporting that this positions Jones to take over as the Week 1 starter. However, Richardson did tell 24/7 Sports' Zach Goodell that he's ready for training camp. Y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. The Anthony Richardson stuff, just Anthony Richardson as a player has been just super disappointing. You fire your head coach your first year. That Anthony Richardson was there. Hold on, let's see. Was Anthony Richardson, I got to look this up. Who was the head coach for the Colts when Anthony Richardson's first year? Because Shane Steichen, wasn't this Shane Steichen's first year last year? I really got to look this up. Because I want to make sure so I don't... Yeah, I think Shane Steichen was there the past 2 years. Yeah, so Shane Steichen has been there the last 2 years. Okay, so Shane Steichen has been there. Yes, that is right, because Shane Steichen, he got hired a year after they lost the Super Bowl. That is right. So Shane Steichen has been there the 2 full years that Anthony Richardson has been there. Okay, so scratch that. Let's start from the beginning. You draft Anthony Richardson because of Anthony Richardson's play style. Shane Steichen, he was the OC for the Eagles with Jalen Hurts. He invented the tush push. That year, Jalen Hurts was a mobile quarterback. So a lot of people were thinking going into the draft with the good QBs that was in that draft class. Well, no, not good QBs. Good QBs wasn't in that draft class. But everybody thought that with that pick, the Colts could turn Anthony Richardson into Jalen Hurts 2.0. But ladies and gentlemen, I have to be honest with you. Anthony Richardson is a bust. let's just call it what it is. The guy has some of the worst accuracy. Guys, there's one thing that you cannot teach a quarterback in the NFL and in this league. You cannot teach accuracy. If they don't have it by the time they get into the NFL, they're never going to get it. Go ask Tim Tebow if he ever got it. There is always this question mark when you get a quarterback who is run-centric in college. Even with Jalen Hurts, Nick Saban was on the record saying that in his stint at Alabama, the number one thing that he wanted to work on for Jalen Hurts was his ability to throw the football. Why did Jalen Hurts transfer his last year to Oklahoma? And then he took them to the college football playoff. It was to be able to join Lincoln Riley, the offensive guru and quarterback guru that he has. The dude doesn't do nothing but produce quarterbacks. And he was able to evolve his game to where his ability to pass the football and run the football. And it has translated to the NFL. So to the point to where he's a Super Bowl champion and a Super Bowl MVP. He has a very accurate deep ball. Even though he's still not the greatest thrower of the football by any compared to the Matt Staffords and Joe Burrow accuracy wise, but still, he's a good enough player to get the job done. And a lot of people thought Anthony Richardson was going to be that. But guys, this is Anthony Richardson's stats the past 2 seasons. He has played 15 games in 2 seasons. So right now he has not played a full season. He has 176 completions in 348 attempts. 50.6% of his passes was completed. He's only thrown for 2,300 yards. He averages just under 7 yards a pass. He has thrown 11 touchdowns, and he has thrown 13 interceptions. He has a quarterback rating of 67.8. And guys, that's just his career numbers. Let's talk about his numbers just this last season. He had a completion percentage of 47.7%. He threw for 1,800 yards. He had 8 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Ladies and gentlemen, the touchdowns counts for rushing touchdowns as well. I would love, even though I don't have the information right now, I would love to know how many of those 8 touchdowns last year were runs. I promise you it was either 6 or 7 of them. I had Josh Downs in fantasy. He didn't get a lot of touchdowns. Anthony Richardson cannot throw the football. Daniel Jones being in the consideration for QB1 is an indictment of Anthony Richardson. Ladies and gentlemen, did you not know that the Vikings needed a quarterback? Sam Darnold left. They've got a lot of questions right now regarding J.J. McCarthy. They could have kept Daniel Jones just for competition as a backup plan. And guess what? The Vikings said, bye-bye. I don't know if they made him an offer or not. Maybe the Colts gave him more money. I don't know. But don't you think it's an indictment for the Vikings, who is led by Kevin O'Connell, great coach, just great everything over there in Minnesota, great culture and everything. Just they are just, what's the word I'm looking for? They are a very classy organization, somewhere where you want to be, and someone you want to play for, with a lot of upside. And they said bye to Daniel Jones. There was no urgency to bring him back. And then he goes to Indianapolis, and he's currently beating out Anthony Richardson for the QB1 job. This is your first round draft pick. This is the guy you hired Shane Steichen for. The reason why you hired Shane Steichen, because of his background with Jalen Hurts and developing a running play style quarterback. And he's had a shoulder surgery already. I don't know if it's on his throwing shoulder. I want to say it's on his throwing shoulder. The concussions that's happened with Anthony Richardson already. The injuries. The crap that went on last season with him tapping out in the middle of the game, and he got absolutely murdered for it by the media. I never talked about it, but I knew I wouldn't forget it. Right now, he is slacking in Anthony Richardson is slacking in all departments. He doesn't have he doesn't have the talent. Well, he has the talent, but that talent doesn't have substance. The things that you need to do as an NFL quarterback, he does bad at all of them. He can't throw an accurate football. He is not good at the podium. He doesn't have any leadership. He doesn't look like a guy you want to lead your franchise. And this is coming from a world-class organization of quarterbacks. They had Peyton Manning. They had Andrew Luck. They have been in quarterback. The Colts have literally been in quarterback HELL hockey sticks ever since Andrew Luck left. They went through Phillip Rivers. They went through Carson Wentz. They went through Joe Flacco, Sam Ehlinger. I mean, who else am I missing? The list goes on and on and on. The Colts cannot find a quarterback. And it seems like they spent, I cannot remember what it was. Yeah, he was the fourth pick. I knew he was the third or the fourth pick. So you spent your fourth pick on a guy who is not going to be your future quarterback. He's not. He is not your future. He is not your franchise guy. If your fourth overall pick, and I know Daniel Jones was a high draft pick, first round pick as well, but everybody knows when Daniel Jones was drafted, he should have never got drafted where he was at. Daniel Jones went to Duke. And I am a Duke fan, I can say this, even though I'm not a Duke football fan, I'm a Duke basketball fan, but still, we all know Duke is low-tier football. It's the ACC. They're not known for football. They don't play any powerhouse teams. It's nowhere like the Big 10, Big 12. Well, not really Big 12, because the Big 12 was good back then. The Big 10, Big 12, and SEC. It's not even on the same stratosphere. Everybody knows that Daniel Jones did not deserve to be drafted where he was drafted. But Eli Manning and Peyton Manning and everybody else just looked at the guy and told the Giants, hey, this is your guy. I mean, hey, he's the future. But we see how that's turned out. They decided to pay him instead of paying Saquon Barkley. And guess what? One guy left the Giants and he's a Super Bowl champion. The other guy can't even get a job. But he's got a job now because the other guy sucked so bad. You're the fourth overall pick, and you can't beat out Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes. Danny Pennies is my nickname for him. He is Danny Pennies. He's not good. We all got hoodwinked, and we all got bamboozled, and we all got fooled when we saw Daniel Jones play relatively well in that playoff game for the Giants a couple of years ago. But that's his ceiling. And we all know Daniel Jones can't do that consistently. Anthony Richardson is pretty much a Cam Newton wannabe. It's hard not to like him. He has the arm strength. He has the athleticism. But he's not got the substance. We loved Cam Newton because guess what? He was a baller. He was an MVP winner. He took a team like the Carolina Panthers, a small organization, small market team, took them to the Super Bowl. Granted, he's not known for having the best Super Bowl of all time, but gosh dog, at least he got us there. The city of North Carolina. Anthony Richardson is failing right now. And I don't see a situation at all to where he's going to improve. He got benched last year. His accuracy is worse than Tim Tebow. He can't even, there's been reports, and it's been going on for a while now. Anthony Richardson can't even do the small stuff right. He can't even hit a simple hitch route, small intermediate routes. Those are your money makers. He can't even hit those on a consistent basis. You cannot play in this league at a high level or even at a decent level if you cannot accurately and consistently throw the football. And Anthony Richardson can't do it. This report got me so mad because Anthony Richardson has a lot of talent. And I say this as somebody who I've been one of those who's been fooled into thinking this guy was going to be good. Because I said in the beginning of my take, I saw the combine videos. I saw the college tape. I saw all the social media videos. What is it? I've heard this term before. I don't know who came up with it. Anthony Richardson is the definition of a social media quarterback. And that's what his career is going to. He could be a backup. He could definitely be somebody like Justin Fields was for Pittsburgh. Bring him in on running situations. Because Anthony Richardson is an athletic freak, okay? He can find a place on an NFL roster for years to come. Let's not get it twisted. But it may have to be in another position because it's not going to be at the quarterback position unless something drastic happens to where he just all of a sudden just flips the switch when it comes to his accuracy. But I don't see that happening. But I digress. What do you guys think of this news? Do you think that Anthony Richardson should be starting over Daniel Jones? Do you think Daniel Jones should be starting over Anthony Richardson? Do you expect Daniel Jones to be the week 1 starter? I think I do. I can really sit here and contest and say right now, I think Anthony Richardson is going to be on the bench week 1. We're just going to have to wait and see. I want to know all of your comments down below.